Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel for today's Aquarius supermoon. And I want to announce our supermoon astrology chart winner is Whitney Roosh. And she made so many comments on my shorts. And just to let you know, you can like, subscribe, and comment to be in it to win it. I do these full moon astrology chart readings every month, and you can get bonus points by just commenting on the shorts, and this really helps out my channel. And this goes for really all social media platforms. When you comment, that's such a nice way to support a small business online. Comments really help engagement and algorithms and all those things that we're dealing with. So thank you, Whitney, for all those comments, and you just won a free astrology chart reading. I can't wait. So I will put my link down below. It's KamimiHealingArts.com, and you can contact me through there. You can email me at KamimiHealingArts@gmail.com, and we can connect about getting your chart read. And Aquarius this month is the water bearer of astrology, and it's like the star card in the tarot, the woman who is pouring water from one vessel to another, the woman who carries water. I don't know why it has to be a woman, but it just feels like Aquarius is the sign of a woman carrying water more than a man. And Aquarius carries the water, but it is not a water sign. Aquarius is an air sign. And I know so many of my friends and students and clients get confused, and they think that Aquarius is a water sign. The water signs are Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Aquarius, however, is an air sign and ruled by the planet Uranus. Aquarius is that innovative, all about the mind. Aquarius is somebody who can really use their head. And I think of the image of a woman carrying water on her head, right? We would carry the water on our head, and they have amazing heads. If you know an Aquarius, if you are an Aquarius, let me know in the comments, because Aquarius really can use their Jedi mind skills just like Gemini. These are very smart, innovative, creative thinkers, and really serving their communities with their powerful mental abilities. And if you know where Aquarius shows up in your astrology chart, you can get out your chart and see where Aquarius is somewhere in your chart. There's a house of Aquarius, and maybe you are an Aquarius, maybe you're born Sun Aquarius, rising Moon Aquarius. I have North Node Aquarius. Wherever Aquarius shows up in your chart, this is where you carry the water for your community, meaning the Aquarius makes you a humble servant in some way. So for instance, if you have Aquarius in the 7th house of relationships, you may carry the water. You may be the one to do all the heavy lifting in your relationships and partnerships. And wherever Aquarius shows up, you carry the water. You serve your community in some way. And I have a very strong 29-degree Aquarius North Node in my 6th house of healing, health, and wellness. It's the house normally ruled by Virgo. And I used to have such real dreams of carrying water in a big, heavy clay pot. And I was such a visceral, real dream. I can only think this was a past life dream, because I could literally feel the hot sand stinging my ankles and my bare feet as I walked along a dry desert, just carrying this heavy pot of water and trying not to splash. And I was with other women who were saying, do not drop, do not spill the water. You have to carry the water and do not spill it, no matter how much your feet are burning in the hot sand. And that I think that had to be a past life dream. Have you ever had a past life dream where you're like, that was so real, it's got to be something? But I do resonate strongly with this aspect of carrying the water for others. So how are you serving your community? How can you help? And this supermoon Aquarius is coming in strong for me. I'm really feeling it this month as I'm working to prepare to host this massive fall health fair in Bend, Oregon. If you live in Bend, or if you just want to come visit, you should come for September 23rd, the fall equinox. I'm going to do a health fair, and it's for my Bend Health Guide community, and I started the Bend Health Guide. It's a magazine and a community of healers here in Bend, Oregon, that I started during the Aquarius solar eclipse when I was having my North Node in Aquarius. And this is when I fell in love with North Node astrology. It is so fun to just delve into your astrology chart and see where's your Aquarius, where are you meant to carry the water, where is your North Node. Your North Node is about your soul's mission. It's what you do for others. It's what you do for the planet. It's what you do for the world. And you will just find so much meaning in your life when you start to study astrology like this. I can't believe it really is all written in the stars. When you look at your astrology chart and you start seeing how the stars align, that you went here, you moved there, you did the thing because the stars told you to do it. And that is what Aquarius is for me. That North Node Aquarius at 29 degrees has made me work for the community of healers here in Bend in my 6th house. So get out your chart if you happen to have yours and just look to wherever Aquarius shows up for you. And my kitten is coming to join this reading. And wherever Aquarius is for you will be lighting up so brightly under this supermoon. And if you want to get your astrology chart so that you can follow along on all of these transits, and even as we go into fall, we have those eclipses on the Aries, Libra, I have extended my summer solstice astrology sale, and I'll put the link down below. And that includes your astrology chart plus a reading, astrology reading. And I am about 4 to 5 weeks booked out, but if you order an astrology chart right now, I will send you your chart so you can follow along, and then I'll send the reading after I get all the ones ahead of you finished. But this is a really good supermoon, this Aquarius supermoon, to stay hydrated, friends, to drink the water as we're just having this summer heat wave. And I wanted to talk to you today about making moon water. If you've ever made moon water, I make this blue moon water for all the supermoons that we've been having. We have 4 supermoons in a row. We just had the Capricorn supermoon last month. We have the Aquarius supermoon right this month on August 1st. And then next month we have a blue moon in Pisces supermoon. That's going to be spectacular, because when you have 2 full moons in a single month, the second moon is called a blue moon. And as the saying goes, they only happen once in a blue moon. So it's pretty rare to have a blue moon. And we have one on August 31st in Pisces. And both the Aquarius supermoon and the Pisces supermoon, wonderful time for making moon water. You just get yourself a nice blue glass bottle, fill it with water, put it in your windowsill. And I learned this when I studied Lokulomi. I did a Lokulomi intensive course in Kauai, Hawaii, with the kahunas, and my Lokulomi teacher was amazing. And in the Lokulomi tradition, they say when you drink this blue moon water, it will clear dark spots right off your soul. It's like a soul bath, a soul water purification and clearing. And this ties into that Ho'oponopono system of forgiveness and purification and clearing out the old karma, healing the old trauma through forgiveness and water purification rituals. It's just amazing. It's such a simple thing. These bottles are pretty affordable. I can send a link down below if you want to how to get these bottles. And you purchase a blue bottle, you put it in your windowsill, bam, you've got moon water. It's amazing. Really give it a try this month, because this Aquarius water bearer is the perfect time and a super moon. And then there's other times astrologically when I won't want to make moon water. Like when we go into fall and we start having eclipses. When you have an eclipse, I'm taking the water off my windowsill. I don't want that kind of eclipse energy water. So it's a good time to stock up on your moon water. I'll make like 15 bottles, and then I'll have Aquarius supermoon water all the way through December. And it's just beautiful. And this supermoon in Aquarius, it's such powerful medicine. How are you feeling with all these supermoons that we're having? These supermoons, supermoon means that the moon is closer in perigee to the earth, and it shows up in its lunar orbit brighter, bigger, and stronger. The lunar energy is strong now. And so with that, we have this powerful medicine. And many of us are having these energetic frequency shifts right now as well. That's causing just these intense ascension symptoms as we're all moving into this higher energetic frequency, this fifth dimensional energy, if you've heard of this before. And I'm going to do another video about the 7 signs that you are ascending, because I've had so many friends, clients, Reiki students, and some of the people, like some of you that I've read astrology charts for, I see so many people having these energetic downloads. And if you don't know what's going on, it can feel a little bit scary. It can feel a little bit like a nervous breakdown, a healing crisis, a midlife crisis. It can just feel like, what is going on? That's the question I keep getting from so many of you. What is going on right now? And I'll tell you, it's all this energy, and there's just so much to process when all this energy is coming onto our planet so strong, and so much of it relates to all these solar storms that we're having. And we're going to continue to have these massive solar storms all the way through till 2025, when we have one of the biggest solar storms ever recorded. It's going to be record breaking, and you can follow NASA to learn more. And I also did a separate video about solar storms and some of the symptoms that you can be having, and those symptoms tie in really well with the ascension symptoms. But the solar storms can really cause physical symptoms of headache, vertigo, heart palpitations, anxiety, fear, insomnia. There could be insomnia, but there can also be sleeping too much or exhaustion. I mean, there's a whole list of symptoms that so many people are feeling with the solar storms and the ascension symptoms. I'll link to both of those below. But the best thing you can do on this Aquarius supermoon to just process all the energy that's coming through, of course, drink your water. I'm going to just keep saying drink water. I always say, as a massage therapist, if everybody just drank enough water and slept well, I'd be out of business. But thank God nobody can do those 2 simple things. But drinking water and healing with water. What can you do to do some water healing? Maybe just getting out near water, going to rivers, lakes, streams, ocean. I hope you have some kind of water where you live, and you can just immerse yourself in that water energy. And if you don't have any water where you live, we've done some videos. We did a video called Pray for Water, and it has all these beautiful streams. I'll link to that below too, because empaths and highly sensitive people and healers, we benefit greatly from being around water and nature, drinking more water, bathing. I have to take so many baths when I'm doing a lot of healing work. Baths and showers is just my jam for just purifying myself from not taking on other people's energy, and just looking at even videos of watching a stream or watching a river. And I know so many of you have said you've enjoyed having the rivers and streams in my videos. And I'm at home today because I just have a really big Reiki for abundance class I'm teaching tomorrow, so I couldn't get out in nature. And there's also like, it looks like a huge thunderstorm coming in, so I decided to take it easy and stay home. But I'm going to infuse this video with B-roll that my husband Bill does of just different streams and creeks and water. Water healing is going to serve you this month. And if you can get out in nature and go swim in a lake, take that cold plunge in a river or ocean, and even just immersing yourself in a full moon bath to really get some water therapy of some kind, as this supermoon is going to be bigger, brighter, and more intense than all the other full moons of the year. So just get outside if you can on August 1st and do some moon gazing magic, or maybe take a full moon swim that night on August 1st. That would be epic. And I just feel so lucky to live where I do right now in the Pacific Northwest, because our summer has really been perfect. We've had cool breezes in the morning and warm sunny days with cool nights again. And all summer we have not had the smoke from wildfires, which is a miracle because most of the years past we have. And I'm just curious though, what's your weather like? Because I have friends in other places that are not having as lucky of a time this summer, as we just continue to have this incredible heat wave. But hopefully this Aquarius supermoon carrying the water bearer, will bring a cooling sensation for our planet. And I just did the 9-star key astrology too. That's another form of astrology. And if you've never heard of the 9-star key, you might want to get a free 9-star key astrology reading. I'm giving away free 9-star key astrology readings on my KamimiHealingArts.com website, and you can just click on the link down below and sign up for my email newsletter, and you will get a free 9-star key reading. It's really fun, different kind of system for learning how to align with the energy of the stars. And in the 9-star key astrology, we are in a 3 fast-growing tree month. So this month has a lot of growth potential. And here with the Aquarius supermoon, we also see a lot of growth and change happening. And we started this whole lunar cycle off with that new moon in Cancer. If you watch my new moon in Cancer astrology report on July 17th, and now we have a full supermoon in Aquarius, and this is slightly off. If you look at the lunar axis on any astrology chart, you will see that Aquarius is opposite to Leo. So generally what we will have is a new moon Leo to an Aquarius full moon. And this is how the north nodes and the lunar nodes work. It's all on an axis. But right now in our cycles this year, it's like we're a little bit off kilter. And I think a lot of people are feeling a little off kilter in this world right now, because it should be Cancer new moon going to a Capricorn supermoon. But lo and behold, we had the Capricorn supermoon last month. So that is not correct on the astrological axis. And this new moon, this Aquarius supermoon should correspond to the Leo new moon, not the Cancer. So this relates to the precession of stars. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I talk about this. I want to do a whole video on the precession of stars, because It really is changing the way we look at astrology. And Ayurvedic astrology does a really good job of calculating the precession of stars, and that's something you can study as well. But you can really tell just by using a star chart that if you look at it the night sky, you'll find we're just a little off, because even during the Cancer new moon, that was happening near Pollux and Castor, the Gemini twins. So I don't want to confuse anyone here if you're new to astrology and you're just learning, but be aware that things are shifting in our world. We're a little off kilter, and it feels like the balance, our equilibrium might be off as well, as our world is changing, and we all need to relearn everything. When I think about the precession of stars, I'm like, oh my God, do we all have to relearn astrology now? I don't want to. And we thought we knew how to move forward in our world, but now things are getting a little off kilter and things are changing, and that relates to that 9-star key, fast, rapid growth and change. And it's like we don't know how to move forward into the great unknown that we're stepping into. And we are all beginning again right now, just like a baby learning to walk. As I talked about, when we take our first baby steps forward as we move into that Aries north node of the moon on that Aries Libra axis. And that is where all of the eclipses will be taking place this fall. Aries Libra, if you are an Aries or you're a Libra, you're really going to be feeling it. But maybe you have your north node. I've just magically been synchronistically doing so many astrology charts for people who have Aries, Libra, North Node, and they are really going to be feeling it for the next 2 years. But we all have Aries, Libra somewhere in our chart, so it's a time to get out your chart and look to where Aries and Libra at 6 degrees is happening. And I did a whole separate astrology reading. I'll link to it below. Definitely check that out. You're going to want to know what is going on for the next 2 years with all the change to come. It all ties in to Aries and Libra, and we're really going to be feeling it this fall as we move into the eclipses, and it's really going to be felt in our relationships. Get ready, and how much we want to give and how much we need to take. And giving is Libra. Libras are such caregivers, and Aries are, some people say Aries are selfish, but Aries are taking care of their needs. And I don't think that's selfish. I think we all need to be a little more selfish, especially the moms. I think moms are learning to be a little more selfish, a little more self-care, a little more take care of myself so that I can serve others. And we'll just have to get the balance just right on how much are we giving and how much are we receiving. And this can relate to financial affairs. How much are you spending and how much are you making? And it can relate to our relationships, our partnerships, our friendships. It will all be rocked with these massive soul lessons to come this fall. And especially if you are Aries Libra, especially if you have Aries Libra North Node. And look to 6 degrees of Aries and 6 degrees of Libra. That is where you will be feeling it. Do you have any planets? Do you have any aspects there? Pay attention. And then Pluto retrograde at 29 degrees of Capricorn is going to be squaring this Aries North Node, and that is happening as I'm filming this now. It's probably why there's a big old thunderstorm coming. There is a storm a-coming, and that's happening on July 23rd as I film this. But don't worry if you're watching this later, because it's going to be lasting. The effects of this square we're going to be feeling for 6 months to a year. It's a big one. This is a big old square. And that wants to be its own video. That is really a big deal. So I'm going to make a whole separate video so I can unpack this Pluto, 29 degrees of Capricorn, squaring Aries and Libra, North Node axis 6 degrees. And whenever we have Pluto retrograde squaring the North Nodes, you can say that's a missed step. And it's something we forgot to complete. And remember, Pluto was in Capricorn during 2020. So let's see, did you forget to do something in 2020? I think a lot of us did. There were a lot of things that got swept under the rug in that 2020 year when life was crazy and there was total chaos in our world. So we might have something we forgot to complete, or we just didn't finish the task, and it's time for us to go back and finish our Pluto in Capricorn at 29 degrees homework. We might have to rewrite our paper. We might not be getting a passing grade in that class if we don't go back. And we got to go back and finish the assignment so we can pass. I don't care. I'll just take a C, but we got to finish it up. And when we finish this misstep, then we can ascend, right? Then we can get to that higher healing energy. And stay tuned for that Pluto square Aries. You're going to want to know what it means, and I'm going to include some coping mechanisms for how we can survive it, because it's going to be intense. Anytime you have Pluto shows up, it's going to get intense. And then just as the baby is taking its first step, just as we're starting something new, that's Aries, North Node. We just want to start something new. We just want to grab for this new energetic frequency. But Pluto has come to say, nope, you can't take that first step until you transform yourself, right? It's an intense one. So sit back down and do your work before you take that first step into the unknown. And you can't truly ascend until you finish what Pluto is telling you to finish. And it all relates to where 29 degrees of Capricorn shows up, and Aries, 6 degrees of Aries is in your chart. So get out your chart and you can map that square, and you can look at the chart for this this Aquarius full moon, supermoon. You'll see that square is still there because that square is hanging on for a while. So yeah, it's going to be intense. And I love how this Pluto squaring the North Node of Aries also pairs so well with Chiron in Aries going retrograde. And that also happens the very same day today, July 23rd. Holy smokes. I think I know the homework we forgot to do. The homework assignment is healer, heal thyself, right? We got to work on our own healing. That's the homework. That's what we forgot to do in 2020. We forgot to be a little bit selfish and take care of our own needs and take care of ourselves and heal our old past traumas that are going to be coming up this whole time from July 23rd all the way to December. Chiron and Aries, wounded warrior, healer, retrograde. Yeah, time to heal the wounds, the deep wounds. And I am a Chiron in Aries, so I will walk you through it. I'm going to do a separate reading. I've been doing all these separate retrograde readings. And I just did the Venus retrograde in Leo, because Venus on July 22nd, just yesterday, went into the underworld as she starts her retrograde journey, going from evening star all the way back in her star pattern to morning star, where she's going to show up a few months later. And this is going to affect our relationships. Venus, goddess of love, and she will go into the underworld and then eventually combust the sun. I did a whole separate reading on Venus retrograde in Leo. Check it out because it's going to affect our love and money. So you'll want to pay attention to where Venus in Leo, where is your Leo? That is going to be affected. And It's going to affect your love life and your finances, so pay attention. If you haven't watched that video, it'll be in the description. And I also did a retrograde reading for Saturn retrograde, which is Saturn is like that soul teacher, and he also has some lessons, some obstacles, some challenges that Saturn is throwing at us with the Saturn retrograde, and you got to finish that homework too. And the mighty soul teacher in retrograde is not playing around. So we've got an assignment due from Saturn. Are you exhausted yet? And we're still floating through that serious gateway. I did this whole new moon, or was it new moon or full moon? Anyways, it was the Capricorn reading on the serious gateway, and that continues until August 8th. 8/8. It was the Capricorn supermoon. Sorry, I'm just so exhausted from all these retrogrades. It's hard to keep my mind on all of this. But yeah, the Sirius gateway, which started during that Capricorn supermoon, 4 supermoons in a row, and that Sirius gateway continues until the Lion's Gate 8/8. And this is a powerful energy too. So we have so much intensity in the energy right now. I know you're feeling it. I'm feeling it. And it can be just so exhausting, right? And I just realized I've been meaning to do this reading for over a week now. And this is probably why I'm procrastinating, because there's just a lot going on energetically right now, and so many of us are feeling it. And I've been doing a lot of massage and Reiki, and I know my clients are feeling it. And when I'm reading your astrology charts, I see some crazy things that people are going through, and I just know you're all feeling it. Our world is feeling it right now. And even those who don't know what's going on, they know something strange is afoot, and they are feeling it too. And like I said, everybody just keeps saying, what's going on? And I think the best advice right now is to just go easy. Go easy on yourself, go easy on others, and just try to be compassionate as we navigate forward, as the baby lifts his foot up. He lifts up his foot for that first baby step forward, and then pulled backwards by all these retrogrades, and the baby falls down. That's where we're at right now. We tried to start something and we just fell down, and we're just going to have to get back up again when the retrogrades are over. And you can see why I've been saying for 2 weeks now, this is not a good time to launch anything forward. Not quite yet. But if you want to start something new, if you want to publish a book, start a podcast, start a new business, or really launch out into the world, I would give it till next February 2024, when all these retrogrades that are just going to continue all the way through December, it's just going to get more and more intense, and the energy is going to really start to slow down this fall. Just mark my word, you'll see a slow down of the energy. So if you want to put something out in the world, you want to launch a business, you want to make a change, you want to do something, go for it next February 2024. Be patient. Use this time right now to take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of others, because we are in that dark tunnel right now, and we are heading towards the light. I promise there is a light at the end of this tunnel, and we will be emerging next year. But for now, let's just focus on healing ourselves so we can heal our world. And this Aquarius supermoon, I'm just going to carry the water and pray for the water, because where I live, we are just in such a state of drought here in the high desert. I don't know what's the situation where you live. I'd love to know, because it seems like the whole world is drying up, and we all just need to carry the water and pray for the water and try to heal ourselves and heal the world. And I want to leave you today with this beautiful poem I just happenstance came across while I was writing this, and it feels so magical and so perfect for Aquarius supermoon, August 1st. This poem is by Lucille Clifton, and it's called how to carry water. The woman who feels everything sits in her new house, waiting for someone to come who knows how to carry water without spilling, who knows why the desert is sprinkled with salt, and why tomorrow is such a long and ominous word. And they say to the feeling woman that little she dreams is possible, that there is only so much joy to go around, and only so much water. And there are no questions for this, no arguments. She has to forget to remember the edge of the sea, they say, to forget how to swim to the edge. She must forget how to feel, they say, to the woman who feels everything, sits in her new house, retaining the secret the desert knew when it walked up from the ocean. That desert so beautiful in her eyes. Water will come again if you can wait for it. And she feels what the desert feels, and she waits. Thank you so much for watching my Supermoon Aquarius astrology report. Like, subscribe, and comment to be in it to win it for an astrology chart reading.